But while that is going on, can we just talk about our girls for a second? And I'm looking at the girls that are, of course, playing, of course, in Mexico. And they're making a hell of a storm. Hello everyone, and welcome to today's episode of The Corner Flag. And I'm your host, Shane. And we are shooting an episode, of course, from Eyes Low Studios. So if you are in need of a connection for music, podcasting, music videos, whatever it is that you do, man, they can definitely lace you up quite nicely on that. And we are going to be going ahead and be doing football again today. And I know that there's a lot of excitement about Banyana, of course, playing in the AFCON. And there's all to play for, playing against Namibia, of course, later today. And they'll be playing against Tunisia, of course, later on in the tournament. So we'll see how that goes. But while that is going on, can we just talk about our girls for a second? And I'm looking at the girls that are, of course, playing, of course, in Mexico. And they're making a hell of a storm. We are talking, of course, about Jermaine, Seoposenwe. We are talking about Thembi, Kgatlana, Cesane, and the breadwinner, of course, Hilda, Magaia. And I am so impressed with the level of commitment and, just the performances that these girls are putting out. I mean, they're taking the Mexican league by storm, putting out fantastic performances for their teams respectively. Cesane, of course, she's not the tallest player, but her technical ability and her dribbling, her speed, of course, her quick thinking has been proving such a vital asset for her team. And she's been pumping out the goals. First, of course, scoring in her opening game. And against now, I think they were playing against, it was Atlas, if I'm not mistaken. They did lose that game, but she did score and she was in trouble the whole game, basically. Putting out some great combinations, of course, with Hilda Magaia, who is her strike partner. She had a goal disallowed that she headed, diving header, provided by Hilda Magaia, of course, but that was disallowed, unfortunately. But very impressed with the level of performances that these two ladies have been giving out in Mexico. And Thembi, of course, also made her move to Tigres recently, and has also been phenomenal for that team. In the opening game, I think she gave 2 assists and she scored once. Very beautiful goal, of course, by herself. And in the most recent game, she gave out an assist for in the game as well. So very proud of the levels that Thembi is putting out. We've always known that she's a quality player, but since her injury and some things that happened, it's just been a little bit of downhill from there. But it's great to see her coming back to her best and giving out the performances that she's been giving. So great one to see. Great asset for Tigres as well out in the Mexican League. And our final lady that we're talking about, of course, is Jermaine Seoposenwe, who recently moved to, I think it's Monterrey or Rayadas, if I'm not mistaken. So in her team as well, also been putting on some phenomenal performances. Been scoring in back-to-back games as well. Recently got a goal in the I think they won 7-0 if I'm not mistaken. So very quality player as well. Always loved Jermaine Seoposenwe's confidence. So as a whole, I think this is, it's proving quite bright for Banyana as a whole. To see that our players are attracting interest from overseas clubs, and even when they're there, they're performing and they're taking the spotlight at this point. So it's really great to see these performances. And I think as much as they're doing this will also open up some more opportunities for more ladies to move overseas. They'll also be able to see that, I think, if we're looking at from a professional league standpoint, like the Mexican leagues, the USA as well. Talking about the Hilda as well, also went to Thembi, Kgatlana's previous team, Racing Louisville. So we'll be excited to see what she brings to that team as well. We'll be keeping a close eye on that. Keep an eye out for the videos. We'll be pumping out those videos for her as well. But very excited to see. I think these teams, as I was coming back to my point, that are in the professional leagues, as soon as they want to come down here to SA to buy players, it'll be very cheap for them, exactly, because we do have a league here, but it is quite new and the professionalism is still getting there, right? So which means from a financial standpoint, it'll be cheaper actually to try and buy players from SA. And from what we've seen, they're quality players. So yeah, great to see where Banyana is heading. Keep a lookout for our coming videos. We'll be monitoring the situation with our ladies out overseas. And yeah, this brings us to the end of our video. If you have any ladies that you're excited to see, whether they're playing in Mexico or America or Europe, of course, because we do have a lady who's playing for Blackburn Rovers out in England also. Yeah, just mention them, tell us what you think, and hopefully the Banyana side will motivate the Bafana side to, you know, start bringing those victories home for us as well. But until our next video, I'll see you again next time.